Okay folks, here's a quick review of the Darth Maul figure that was recently released by Hasbro as a part of the Star Wars The Vintage Collection line of products. I bought this online at Toys R Us for $9.99, and I also bought a second example to keep as a mint-on-mint card example in my carded collection for $8.99 at my local Walmart. Now, as I said when I reviewed Darth Sidious, I don't buy two examples of a single figure very often. In this instance, I decided to make an exception, as I liked both characters enough to want two examples of them in my collection. Now, when I first got this figure out of the blister pack, I really liked what I saw. I haven't purchased a Darth Maul figure since the Episode 1 toys were available back in 1999, so I'm pleased with how the face is improved on this figure. The horns and the tattoo are all very nicely sculpted, and thankfully I don't see the cross-eyed look that I've seen in other YouTube reviews of this figure. So let me pause the review here real quick and I'll give you a close-up of what this figure looks like. This is just a wonderfully, wonderfully sculpted Darth Maul figure. Okay. Now, as was the case with Darth Sidious, this figure has a combination of a plastic hood with a cloth robe. Now, unlike the Darth Sidious figure, the robe is easier to remove, but the hood is still a bit on the tight side. Now, unlike some other Darth Maul figure reviews on YouTube, the robe on my figure doesn't have as much of a tattered appearance. And I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with that being the case, as I prefer the untattered look. I still haven't decided if I'm going to display him with or without his hood on my shelf, but I do wish the hood and the robe had been one piece of cloth instead of a cloth robe and a plastic hood. Okay, Darth Maul came with the following accessories, so let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what they are. Alright, first up, here is the hood that I just talked about right here. I don't really see the need to discuss that further. Alright, next up, he comes with his infamous double-bladed lightsaber. Now, with this accessory, you have a variety of display options available. You can pose it with just the one blade ignited from half of the hilt, like when he and Obi-Wan Kenobi fought on Naboo, or you can put it into the double-bladed configuration. I personally would have liked to have had the full hilt with only one lightsaber blade ignited, like when Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn fought in the Tatooine desert. Alright, next up, here is the unignited lightsaber hilt. It's fairly well done, and it has some nice detailing on it, but I don't understand why the various buttons weren't colored on it. And finally, here are his macro binoculars. There's not really a lot of detailing on them, but they look okay just the same. Alright. What I'm going to do now is a quick 360 of the figure and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I'm fairly impressed with this figure. It does have a lot of pluses going for it with the improved head sculpt and the overall improved look of the figure. The only complaint that I have is the tightness of the figure's plastic hood. Therefore, I do feel very comfortable in giving this figure a high recommendation to add to your Star Wars collection, provided that you're able to find him, as he's quite popular and hard to find as of the making of this video. Alright, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.